What's up, Vibe Tribe? Long time no see, some of you guys, okay? It's me, Salia Marie 1243. I have the wand, but I'm rebranding. I don't know that I'm going to be calling myself Fairy Tarot Sister. I mean, I'm still a Fairy Tarot Sister. I'm always going to be a Fairy Tarot Sister. But I think we're rebranding the tagline, okay? Can we work with it? Yes. I think I'm going to do a podcast episode about it. And speaking of my podcast, it is out, my podcast. If you guys are new, you guys are probably like, what's going on? Listen, we got a lot going on, okay? I need to make some announcements. So, podcast is out. It's called Cosmosis or whatever. It is on Spotify currently, and it is on Anchor. I'm working on getting it on the other platforms, so by the time you see this video, it might be out on Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts. So, we're crossing fingers on that. The universe might be. Anywho, yes, so there's a lot of other updates too. I'm going to put a lot of them down in the description. I'm having more workshops, more classes in 2022. This is the first video. Oop, I'm knocking things over. Spirit's excited too. It's the first video of 2022. We are doing a reading. I promised you guys this reading a while ago, and I'm sorry it took so long, but we're doing it now. This is going to be a I was about to say guided meditation. This is not a guided meditation. Not yet, but it might be coming. This is going to be a pick a card. It's timeless, so whenever you're seeing this, you're supposed to. It's going to be about what type of light worker you are, right? So if you're here and you're like, I don't know if I am a light worker, this is confirmation already for you, babes. You're a light worker. If you found your way to this video found its way to you, you're a light worker. There's no doubt about it. Spirit said so, okay? Who's the reader? Me or you? Yeah. Okay. So we have 3 piles to choose from. You will go ahead, take a little time to meditate if you want, but here are the different piles. I'm going to do a crystal for each one. This is pile number 1. So if you're in pile number 1, this is Cherry Creek Jasper. Isn't this beautiful? Listen, so nice. Okay. Pile number 2 is going to be my desert rose selenite. That's what this bad boy is. So pretty. So that's pile number 2. And you guys can choose more than one as usual if you feel called, right? Follow your intuition. And then this is moonstone. This little hexagon. Okay, so according to whatever pile you pick, I will tell you a little bit about your role as a light worker, and I'm excited to get into it. So let's do it. Okay, so for my pile 1 people, ooh, it's flying out. Spirit, ancestors, angels, spirit guides. I'm excited to be here. I feel like I haven't done a video in forever, so I'm glad that this found its way to you. My pile 1, light workers. What kind of light worker are you? What do you do? What is your role here as a light worker? Okay, I feel like this first pile, okay, I feel like you are definitely here to bring balance into the world as it is right now. You are definitely here to, okay, you're here to shake things up. For one, look at the tower. Look at the tower, okay? So if you chose that first, if you're here in this pile, this tower card, don't be scared of the tower card, right? What is the tower card? The tower card is just things falling down. It all falls down just so that we can build it back up with a more sturdy foundation. You are here to do that, pile 1 people, okay? You guys are here. You are the ones who are supposed to have a whole different outlook on things. You are supposed to be innovators. You are supposed to be teachers. You are supposed to be bringing balance. And that could be in so many different ways, right? This is the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands and even the 3 of Wands, a lot of times I see as just like cards where the world is your oyster. If you had a personal reading with me, you've probably heard me say that about the 2 of Wands or the 3 of Wands. Like, the world is your oyster. She's literally sitting here with this. A lot of times it's a globe in tarot decks, but like, it's just like, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? And that's going to be different for all of you. But what Spirit is really asking you to do is also learn how to give of yourself to other people, because you're probably somebody who has always given of yourself. I see literally, I'm channeling during this as well, so I'm seeing a big heart, and it's beating like really big, and it just feels like you are so empathetic, right? Like you are able to feel other people's emotions and you want to give to everybody. But what Spirit also wants you to do is make sure with this Hermit card that you are not abandoning yourself, right? Making sure that you are allowing your light to overflow rather than just giving all the light that you have to somebody else. So I feel like that's a message that you might need right now, is like, yes, you are meant to come into other people's lives. You are meant to, I'm seeing also like lots of colors. I feel like you're supposed to be making the people around you, or not even supposed to, right? If you haven't watched my video on purpose, I'll link it below, but watch my video on purpose too, because I talk a little, ooh, my ears are ringing. I talk a little bit about how purpose, like you're never really not doing your purpose. We're in our purpose. It just develops. It changes over time. And I feel like by the time this message finds you right now, it feels like you are in this area of like just this colorful, like you're supposed to be creating colors in your world. So that could be literally, look at these pens. It could be literally like colors. You could be an artist, you could be a creative person, or it could be colorful as in you have a very colorful personality. You're supposed to be inviting like variety into people's lives. Like for some reason, I'm seeing somebody like really dressed up. This might be you. Let me know if it is in the comments. I'm seeing somebody like very dressed up, like very flamboyantly, like amongst a whole bunch of people who are kind of just like boring a little bit. Not boring, but you know. Okay, like I feel like you guys are fun. You guys are inspiring. You guys are here to light up the world. You're here to show people things don't always have to be the way that they were. These are my generational curse breakers. Like you're here to bring balance, right? You're here to bring balance. You're here to bring fun. There's so much excitement and joy. I'm picking up on a lot of like oranges and yellows. Like there's just so much joy and creativity and just like spark. Like divine spark. You are people. I also heard the word initiator just now. Okay, so it could be that you are here to just inspire people to get going. Like you're probably a very motivated person. That's funny, my cards are over here falling. You can't see them because they're just right here. But my cards, they were up here, up against one of my up against this thing. It was a candle, but now it's, see, look, innovation. It was a candle, now it's a pen holder. Anywho, it fell down like this. It was up against the thing. It fell down like this. The two cards that I saw, the Three of Pentacles, you are here to teach people and you are here to learn. You're here to learn and teach. I also have the Chariot. It feels like you are possibly one of those people who, like, you're just possibly good at a lot of things. And if you don't feel like that, Spirit is saying it's time to explore. I literally just saw somebody with a telescope, especially they're looking at night. So I feel like you might want to look into your starseed origins, and that's probably the reason why I needed that deck, because I asked Spirit, like, what decks do I need for this reading, and I pulled out this one, the Mystic Martian Oracle. I'll link it down below. So you guys can purchase it if you feel called to it. But let me grab this too, just to see what other insight. This might also tell you a little bit about your starseed origins. Okay, beautiful. We have Alpha Centaurians. It says foresight, planning, and strategy. Okay, so my strategists, all right, chess, not checkers. Spirit, what else for my pile one people? What type of light workers are we dealing with? Nagas, okay, lovers, erotica, sensuality. Okay, so that could be a way that you are kind of shaking things up in your life and other people's life around you, where you are possibly, you know, here to, sorry, I'm getting like a channel in the middle of that. Like you are here to inspire self-love and possibly, you know, teach people that like sensuality. Keep in mind, when I'm saying teach things, you're also learning these things. It's almost like you're learning, aka remembering from past lives. Okay, I think I have one past life reading up at the time of posting this, so definitely check through there if you feel like you need that. Okay. Okay, right now you might be feeling a little bit held back or a little bit blocked from all this stuff that I'm talking about. Okay, so if you are, because what I pulled, the grays. Okay, we've been pulling this a lot. If you guys have had past life sessions with me, you'll know we've been talking about the grays. We're kind of in like this spiritual warfare thing going on right now. If you don't know, now you know. We're going through like this spiritual warfare thing. There's a lot going on where the grays, basically, they're not great guys. If you guys want me to talk about it, possibly on the podcast or in another video, let me know down in the comments. I would love to cover that for you. I talk about it all the time on live on TikTok, but I don't know if everybody sees it. So, oh, this is really beautiful. But yeah, it says utilitarian, organized, intimidating. So it feels like you might be feeling intimidated, or there could be something blocking, especially your throat chakra, your solar plexus, and your sacral. From just expressing yourself, expressing your truth. You feel intimidated, and I would love to get to the bottom of that for you, because it feels like there's some shadow work and there might be past life stuff that has to do with that. Okay, so keep that in mind. Third eye blockage could be a thing as well. We have Vesica Pisces. I don't know what that is, but I've never pulled this card before. But it says divine feminine, birthing, fertility. So that makes a lot of sense too. It feels like you are also supposed to be using your divine feminine energy, which again is very creative. It's very awe-inspiring. Like, I heard somebody the other day describe feminine energy as the in-betweens. Like, you know, you have your masculine energy that wants to like go and do. Feminine energy receives, but I've never heard it explained as like the in-betweens, which I think is really beautiful actually. Okay, I'm gonna get this deck last. This is going to be just another little message from your spirit guides, your ancestors, angels, whatever they need you to know right now. Spirit, please enlighten us with what type of light worker this is and what they need to know. I also just heard take time for yourself is something that I just heard very loud. Okay. Okay, so we have the falcon. Here's our little falcon friend. Caw. You might be seeing a lot of birds lately. If you're seeing a lot of birds, this is the message that the birds are trying to bring you, okay? Especially falcons. It says act on an opportunity that is before you and commit to it without equivocation. So basically, your spirit guides are wanting you to go for it. If there is some kind of opportunity that you've had recently and you're kind of thinking it over, like, am I supposed to be doing this? I don't really know. Spirit is saying to take a leap. Take a leap of faith, like full card energy here. Like, go for it. Okay. Some of you guys might be singers, or again, there's a lot about activating your throat chakra. I'm hearing do whatever makes your heart sing. That is the basis of a lot of light worker, work in the first place, is like allowing yourself to express yourself and follow what you want to do, what you're passionate about, because your purpose lies between what you're good at, what's for the good of the collective, and something that will bring you abundance, something that will bring you happiness, wealth, prosperity, whatever it is that you are meant to come across in this lifetime. So go for it. This is your sign, okay? If you've been waiting for a sign, which you shouldn't be doing, you should be open to receiving your signs, not just waiting, right? But invoke it. Let's go. It's time. It's time. Let's go, okay? This is cute. Okay, yeah, we have faith. Have a little faith. Have a little faith, bestie. And look, it's blue. Activate your freaking throat chakra. Let's go. You might have some, I feel like you have some type of abilities or something that you're sitting on that you're needing to step into more. Step into your power. Share it. Get things off of your mind, however that looks for you. It says humanity and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and in others. See the light in the world. Hello? And you're a light worker? Yeah. Well, we have, I don't know how you pronounce this. Is it Brigid or Brigid? Brigid? I don't know. Look at me trying to do too much. Bridget. We'll just call her Bridget. Hey, girl. She looked like Merida a little bit. It says Bridget. Inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. Exactly. So it just feels like this this deck, you guys might be a little bit blocked because you're so concerned about everybody else, and you're probably needing to reel it back in. And before you decide on like how you're going to affect the world as a light worker, you're just needing to start from the basis of what makes you happy, what sets your soul on fire, what makes you feel strong, what makes you feel purposeful, because that is going to have a lot to do with what your role is as a light worker in other people's lives. And don't push it also. As a fellow light worker, you guys, don't push it. I took a break. Obviously, this is, you know, it's been a while since I've done a video, but I want you guys to know that that's okay. If you've been taking a break too, that was meant to be. Like, make sure that you guys are out here protecting your energy as much as possible. Just because you take a break or you're not helping people 1,000 gazillion% of the time does not make you any less of a light worker. Light workers also need to learn balance. We need to bring the light from within, and we can't do that. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You guys already know. Okay? So, stay magical, my friends. I love you very much. I hope that this has helped. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Pile 2. So if you chose pile 2, this is going to be all about you, my friend. This thing's falling down for me. You might have a connection to Sirius, star C, Sirius, A or B possibly, because my Isis deck actually just fell down. I feel like she was trying to get my attention, like, hey girl, and Isis is from Sirius. If you didn't know, now you know. Let's see. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels. What kind of light worker? The Hermit. Okay. This energy definitely is a little bit different from that first pile. I was kind of hype from that first pile. I just heard Gemini. So that might resonate in some way. That's funny. Some of the same. Okay. A message to you, my dear light worker. What kind of light worker are you? Sorry, I felt like I need to pull one more card. I just saw the Sun card, so we'll see. Oh, so many cards. Oh, I feel like a lot of us are going to get the same message in these because, yeah. So if you were watching from the first pile and you felt like you need to watch this one too, yeah, definitely. Okay, I just saw 444 as well. That's my ancestor number personally. So, first card out we have for you is the Hermit. You're absolutely a light worker. The Four of Cups reversed. Actually, you know, I feel like this is almost turning into more of like a... I'm still going to go over what kind of light worker you are, but I feel like it's moving into kind of a... What message do you need to hear as a light worker right now? So I'm going to go ahead and like transition it like that because that's what Spirit wants, right? The Four of Cups reversed. It feels like you are here. Your spirit guides are reminding you that you are not here to force anybody to do anything. Okay? I feel like you are possibly a seed planter. You are somebody who, and this does resonate a little bit with the last pile, but like it's like you are somebody who is meant to plant seeds in people's minds. You are meant to not shove anything down anybody's throat, but you're there to just be like, oh yeah, you know, because the universe is, you know, nothing's a coincidence. And people are like, what? And you're just like, yep. And then you just walk away. Like, it feels like you might not be as, like, in people's face as the other pile might be. But it's almost just like you're one of those people who's just like, oh, well, here's that, you know? And so you might be struggling with that. I know for a time I kind of struggled. I want to make a podcast episode about that, or I did actually, and I need to edit it. But just about like how you don't have to convince anybody of what you believe, right? Like as light workers, I think we do get this pressure put on us where we feel like we have such a huge burden on our shoulders, like a huge responsibility for the collective. And it's like, in a way you do, but you shouldn't be taking on all of that yourself. Like you should just move with more feminine energy. You should move with the purpose of doing whatever feels right to you. And if it's just, it shouldn't be to convince anybody. Like, you shouldn't have to convince anybody. I hope this is making sense for y'all. Because a lot of your cards are very, like, calm. Like, I have the Hermit, the Three of Cups, the Nine of Wands. Wounded Healer is also what I'm getting here as well. You've probably been through a lot in your life. And I feel, too, there's something here about you complimenting people. I feel like you probably give really, really good compliments. And Spirit is actually almost showing me that it's like you light up other people's lives the way that you would want that to happen. Oh, I'm almost getting emotional because it just feels like you've been through a lot in your life. And I think that your role as a light worker is like you help people notice things about themselves. Like you highlight their good attributes. Like you make people feel happy. You celebrate people, and they love that about you. The Three of Cups. And you bring balance in that way where the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're just very generous. You're very, very generous. Also breaking generational curses. We have the Six of Cups reverse. We have the Chariot card reverse. But I feel like if you're feeling pressured, if you're feeling like rushed, your spirit guides are saying to slow down. You don't have to carry all of this burden by yourself. I also just got a message too where you need to unblock your throat chakra. We talked about that in the last one. But also there's something about you're finding your soul tribe right now. I'm actually channeling a couple people specifically. I could see your faces. I did a reading for somebody that was like this. And I'm seeing your face, so I know you're going to watch this at some point. That's hilarious. Yes. So it feels like you might not be as outgoing as the last pile. And if you are watching both, use your discernment, right? But like, it feels like you might not be as outgoing as the other pile where, you know, you want to be in everybody's face. Like, it feels like you are just being drawn, especially at this time, to just focus a little bit more on you. Do what you feel like you need to do. Release the burden of having to take care of everyone else. But know that just by doing that, you're probably setting an example for everybody as well. I just saw 1919, so that also might be a thing. Look it up if it feels like it resonates for you. Yes, that's hilarious. I wasn't even trying to pick, like, I wasn't even trying to get cards, but I just picked up these two cards, and I was trying to find this deck, but okay, so this is the messages from your animal spirit guides. These two cards I picked up. Dog, look at it. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. It says your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. How many people's opinions are you worried about? How many people are you trying to serve right now? Bring the introspection. Bring it back to you. The Hermit card. That's what it's all about, right? Finding your own way, your inner light. Focusing on you and not so much on everybody else. We also have the Weasel. Okay, so if you've been very confused lately, if you've been trying to find your way as a light worker, or just, you know, in general, your spirit guides are saying, be silent, pay attention, simply observe with your eyes. Ooh, throat chakra blockage. Simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. Meditate. Meditate. If you guys have a hard time meditating, come to a guided meditation. Do a guided meditation. There's a lot of really fun ones out there. I'm working on developing some. Some will be available on my YouTube. Some will be available on my website. So, but meditating. And keep in mind, meditating isn't just like the guided meditations or like sitting down listening to music. There are a bunch of different ways to do it. I'm doing a class for the full moon on how to use art as meditation. I might do another one in the future if you guys like it. So keep in mind, meditation, it's just about mindfulness. It's just about getting to know your own energy, I feel like, is the type of meditation that you're going to be doing. And what type of light worker you are is very inspired by that. Grounded. Okay, beautiful. Needing to get grounded as well. I feel like you're very empathetic of nature. So if you didn't realize that you had this kind of innate ability to, thank you, Spirit, nature responds to you is what I'm hearing. So like if you were to talk to animals, if you were to talk to trees and plants, and like next time you next time you just go out into nature, notice the way that things act around you. That's a form of meditation as well. Like notice how things act. This is the Agarthans card. This talks about inner earth, or what you call hollow earth. Okay, it says manifesting, multi-dimensional perception, attunement. So it feels like you are really going through a massive shift right now. So if you don't feel like being out there in front of everybody and always like, just go within. Don't worry about it. Because your purpose is being developed. Like your light worker skills are being developed. Whether you're advanced or whether you're very new, like your spirit guides are saying to focus on you and nurture what's already there, and everything else is going to fall into place more. Okay. I also just heard birthday cake, so I don't know what that is. This is funny. We just had this card in the last. Yeah, you guys probably are here from the first pile. Hey. Vesica Pisces. It says divine feminine energy, birthing and fertility. So that also just ties for me into the whole like nature thing as well. Observing, I just heard. Looking. I feel like this is my seers, right? You guys are probably really, really good with clairvoyance. And if you're not, you can develop it to be. You were once in a past life. You can be again. It's just a matter of activating it. Spirit, you always showing out. Look at that. Look at, you have a connection to Gaia. Remember I just said, look, Gaia, nature responds to you. You have a connection to the earth. Explore that if you haven't been. And if you have, this is just really beautiful confirmation. Let me know in the comments if this is resonating for you. This is really beautiful. I'm seeing like the flower of life pattern back there behind her. I've channeled Gaia specifically before, and I should channel her more. Hey girl. But it says be mindful of the planet. Come back to earth. Stay grounded. These are really beautiful confirmations. So you're probably a nature person. If you're not, I didn't think I was a nature person until I stepped into my spirituality. So spend some time in nature. See what it brings out of you, because there's something here about it. Ooh, Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So this is especially for my light workers who are like in the public eye, or, you know, again, you're just out there always helping everybody else, and you're always telling everybody, take time for you, do what you gotta do, you know, blah, blah, blah. Get rest, make sure you're filling up your own cup. Are you doing that? No? Okay. Yeah. Well, Commander Ashtar, he looks like he mean business. Okay, you're also a starseed. If you didn't know that, I feel like that kind of goes without saying, but yes, hopefully this reading has helped you. Hopefully it's giving you some insight on what type of light worker you are and where you are in your light working journey, what you should be doing in this season of your life. Let me know if it resonates. If you guys want to book a full reading with me, like a private reading, please do so on my website, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Pile 3, what up? I already pulled your cards. They're down here. Yes. So, if you chose this pile, this is, it kind of evolved as we went along. It's going to be what type of light worker you are and a light worker message, like what you need to know as a light worker in this season of your life whenever this finds you. So, you're a motivator. You are somebody who is supposed to be motivating, or is, I need to stop saying supposed to be, because, you know, everybody has it different ways, and like I don't want you guys to feel like pressured, because that's not what light work is about, you know. But you guys are motivators. You guys are people who, you're adventurers. You get out there, you go. I feel like you might be involved with money or like manifestation. You might be a really good manifester. And you might show other people how to do that indirectly or directly. It feels like you deal a lot with like mindset. And if you haven't stepped into that yet, Spirit is saying like, yeah, it's time. I just heard two things. It feels like they're directly from your spirit guides. I heard keep your head up. I'm also hearing the song Keep Your Head Up by Tupac. And then I heard keep it poppin'. So I don't know if that's like some message that somebody asked for, or like you hear that from your spirit guides, or you heard it recently. It's a confirmation for whoever's watching. I never know how these things work out until you guys comment. So we'll see. Yep, I'm hearing keep your head up, child. Things are going to get easier. Okay, so you've probably been having a hard time, feeling a little bit blocked, but it feels like you're a really, really good motivator. And your spirit guides are like, all those things that you use to motivate everybody else, how about you apply it to yourself? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of green, so a lot with the heart chakra healing, but also I'm getting money from that as well. There's something about cleansing, like a need to cleanse. Okay, so either you've already gotten a cleansing or you might want to do one. I posted one on my Instagram, a good way to cleanse with a lemon. So some people were talking about, you know, how they don't have, you know, they can't do smoke in their house or whatever, like a lemon. You can cleanse with a lemon. I have a post about it on my Instagram, so check that out. I'm gonna link everything below. Yeah, it feels like you might be a little bit overwhelmed or unhappy right now. If you're not, good for you, you know. But just trying to make sure that I get the message out for whoever. There's this sense of protection, too, that's coming around. There's a connection to dragons that you have. I'm seeing a connection of dragons. That they might be very protective of you, possibly. I'm seeing a dragon, like a mom dragon, protect her little eggs. Okay, so it feels like you might have worked in the dragon realm at some point. Magic, manifestation. You're here to inspire those around you. Possibly teach magic. There's some witchy vibes there. Sorry, I just like zoned out, kind of. Yeah, there's a lot about. I feel like you could do so many things, definitely. Spirit, what is the role as a light worker? Abundance. I feel like you're like, you could be like a mindset coach or something like that, or if you thought about it, that could be a message for you. This is interesting. This reading did not go how I thought it was going to go, but I love it. This is why I miss reading on YouTube. So I'm going to start doing that again. I'm going to try to get on the schedule and do it every Wednesday. So we'll see how that goes. The Galactic Confederation. Well, I don't know why I said Confederation. It says Federation on here. The number 22 might resonate. The Galactic Federation here. Okay, so if you don't know what the Galactic Federation is, I should make some content about it. But basically, from all the different planets, there are, you know, different light beings. If y'all know Light Being Carl, y'all know Light Being Carl, one of my spirit guides. But they are the Federation. It's basically like the government, but not as, like, bad. You know, like, you know how our government's, like, corrupt. It's like that, but, like, for all of the starseed races. And they actually really have this interest in the earth, and they want to help us, all of us starseeds, right? So you could be channeling the Galactic Federation right now, or they could be trying to contact you. If you've been getting very, very high frequency rings in your ear, it's probably somebody from the Galactic Federation or somebody higher up on the scale. I've noticed for me, the higher the pitch is, the higher the being, if that makes sense. It says collaboration, meetings, community. So you are possibly doing a lot with, like, meeting up with other people, kind of planning things with different light workers. You guys might be, you know, inspiring each other, collaborating, going on each other's, like, channels, doing stuff like that. Fire, okay, beautiful. Warrior, passion, fearlessness. Again, more inspiration. There is a lot of wand energy here. It feels like your pathways are being unblocked. Like, you're gonna have a sense that you can breathe again very, very soon if you've been struggling, okay? I just heard Gryffindor. So you might have like a Gryffindor type of personality. I'm a Gryffindor. What up? Where my Gryffindors at? Drop it down below if you're a Gryffindor. Let me see you. Okay, I'm not taking these. child. Okay, spirit. Ancestors, angels, guides. What do we need to know from this deck for my beautiful light worker in front of me? Okay. 2 cards. The walrus and the shark. Ooh, okay. It says, remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to signs and omens. Let them dictate your choices. Okay, so if you peep something, you're like, that feels weird. It's just a coincidence. Your spirit guides are like, no, it's not a coincidence. That's not a thing. Hello. Okay. And then we have shark. Also says, trust your instincts to discern the truth of your situation. If there's somebody's energy who's been kind of off lately, or you've been feeling like you might kind of like have somebody, something looming a little bit, there might be something to that. So trust it. Do a little cleanse. Make sure that you're protected. Okay. I'm definitely picking up on that for you. Okay. Let me pull your last card. See what we got. Let's make it good. I've seen the letter F. I heard the name Francesca. I don't know if that means something to somebody. If your name is Francesca, if you know a Francesca, if you have a spirit guide named Francesca, somebody close to you named Francesca, but I saw it very clearly. Beautiful. Okay. Here we go. Here's this. Kuthumi, Cloak of Wisdom. That's funny because I saw a cloak. I should have said it. I saw a cloak because I was getting a lot of Harry Potter references. It says, you already know the answers you seek. Trust what you know. I also just saw 3333. Okay? We have Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. So they want you to know how much you're loved, how much you're appreciated. And so do I. Okay, so keep shining your light, light worker. Let me know if this resonated, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, love you.